What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ralph's Pound for Pound Breakdown. Got another one coming at you. It's Fight Week, UFC 214. Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier is the primary match, or the main event, rather. Then you get your co-main event being Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia, who is a jiu-jitsu specialist, versus Tyron, who's a wrestler slash striker. Followed up by a co-main event, because there's 3 title fights on this card, UFC 214. You got Chris Cyborg versus Tanya Evinger. There's her name. So, what we talk about today, I did the one about Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier. I'll probably get deeper into that the more that we talk, the more that they talk, rather. Listen to the press conference today. What happened on the press conference? Well, you got Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier talking shit about each other. But then Jon Jones went another route. I think he's playing head games with Daniel Cormier by, instead of doing the fuck you, talk shit, where he's more of like, you know what, I just want to answer these questions. I don't even want to engage in you, DC. Just be professional about it. That's literally what the fuck Jon Jones said. Daniel Cormier, silent right after. I think he was kind of taken back by that. I think he had the idea of like, oh fuck, all right, well now it's just back to a regular conference. Well, what does that mentally do to a guy? How does that actually get to Daniel Cormier? Well, I think it shows that Daniel's not in Jon's head, and that Jon knows that he beat him, and that Jon actually, in his mind, is the dude who's like, you know what, I already beat this dude. Why the fuck do I need to worry about you? I know it was easy to take you down 5 times, or, you know, however many times he took him down. But he took him down. He's the first guy to take Daniel Cormier down. So, with that being said, anyways, we're not doing Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier. I'm just rambling here. I did want to show you that I'm moving on up in the world. This is my man cave, my garage. You can see from my past videos, this is my lab where I work. Got tonneau cover and truck shit. And this is basically my man cave. And I'm turning it slowly into my man cave slash studio slash spot where I talk to y'all at. So, sorry about this, just adjusting my camera here. I got more camera stuff, I got green screens, all that shit, but I'd much rather just go with the idea, because I have a ton of these programs from going to fights, tons of these mural pictures from past things that I've done. You can see I got tons of cool shit, lots more that I'm going to put together. So, follow me, Ralph's Pound for Pound Breakdown. It's going to be fun, just me talking shit. Anybody wants to comment on it, go ahead and subscribe, all that stuff. So let's get to it. We're talking about Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia. Now, you got 2 of the baddest dudes on the planet. Now, I've been wanting to see Damian Maia fight for a title for a while, but he had some losses previously, and he had to build himself back up the ladder. In doing that, he's at 25-6 with 25 wins, 6 losses. I'm going to look this way so I can look at my cheat sheet, because I don't remember everything. You got Damian Maia with 3 knockouts, 12 submissions, 10 decisions. What does that say? What does that tell anybody? First off, he can go a distance. He can go 3 rounds easily. He could definitely go 5. Don't count him out, and don't think that he's not going to be able to go 5 rounds. When it comes to his submissions, if you're on the ground with this dude, you better get the fuck up. Don't try to argue. Don't try to go and pass guard or stay in his guard and throw palms. Tyron Woodley does not need to do any of that. And if he does, he's probably going to get caught with something such as a armbar, triangle, gets swept, and then he'll end up on bottom. He's a good guy. He knows. I think Tyron knows that he needs to stand up. Now, with Tyron, Damian's going into this fight thinking that he needs to stand up is the least amount of time as possible. He's going to go for Tyron's takedown. Tyron's already been he said that he wants to come out and be the party starter, the fireworks at the beginning of the main event. He wants to be that dude. Well, if he's going to be that dude, he better get it early. So, because Damian Maia is coming down, he's going to take him down. He's going to go directly to take him down, try and get him on the ground. It's just the way it's going to happen. So, I'm predicting on the Tyron Woodley Damian Maia fight that we're going to see this one end probably in a 2nd to 3rd round. I think the first round is going to be nothing but feelers. You're going to have Tyron doing the same thing he did against Wonder Boy when the second time they fought. How they just sat there and circled around forever. Well, there's going to be a good first round of that. Hopefully no more, because the second fight fucking sucked. Speaking of Tyron, let me give you his record. He's 17-3. 17 wins, 3 losses. He's got 6 knockouts, 5 submissions, and 6 decisions. He has not been submitted. That's something to know, is that he's winning against some really good guys and never been to be submitted, probably because he knocks them all out before they can get to the fucking ground. Knowing that, it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. My prediction is going to be Damian Maia to go for an upset, I believe, with a submission, probably in the second round. However, you can check out my Instagram pages where I post all of my picks from the UFC Fantasy app. I can screenshot them. I'll put the beginning from what I'm choosing. Just as I said, it'll say Damian Maia submission, second round. And then afterwards, I'll post the after shot. I'm number 5,000 or so on the fantasy in the world of UFC fantasy, and I'm only getting better at it. So what I'm gonna say is, anybody out there who wants to download their own UFC fantasy app and join in on a league, or start screenshotting their own and see what your average is. Not only that, it's a great way to know that you can go to Vegas and make some money, because who doesn't want to be that good at picking fights and know what's going to happen? Cool story, really quick. When Chuck Liddell fought Rampage Jackson the second time in the UFC in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand, I was walking through asking all the white dudes I could find, saying, who you betting on? Chuck Liddell's got him, dude. Chuck Liddell's going to win this fight. He's going to whoop his ass. Not knowing that Rampage Jackson knocked his ass out already in Pride back in the day. So things like that are good to know, and that's why these conversations are fun. Kind of just get your brain working on fight stuff. Go ahead and subscribe my page. Leave a comment. I'd love to talk to you. Go check out Instagram, Ralph's Pound for Pound Breakdown, where I break down all the fights and just kind of ramble sometimes. So the more I get into this, you're going to see a stage go up, not a stage, backdrop, a lot of pictures from UFC fights and events, programs, lanyards, cool fun shit like that. And I'm actually going to have a bunch of buddies come over for UFC 214 on Saturday, probably show up an hour early and do another podcast just to just talk and show other MMA fans out there doing it, following this stuff. So thank you for watching. Check me out and on everything. Subscribe. I'm done saying it. Sorry. And I'll see you next time tomorrow when I break down Cyborg versus Evangeline, or whatever her name is. I'll know more about her. She's an Invicta former champ. There's some stuff behind how she lost her belt, got her belt back. But I mean, we're talking about Cyborg with a fucking 10-year reign of all women, other than Gabby Garcia. I think she's the top baddest woman on the planet. Then goes Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Underneath that, it's Amanda Nunes, Ronda Rousey, even Gina Carano with her fine ass. Even Misha Tate with her fine ass. See, I think that's a whole other thing that's going to start bringing people into the UFC is you got to get the hot ones in there and then mix them in with these ugly dudes fighting. It's just the way it is. You have the next NASCAR with MMA. So there it is. I got a picture for you. Me and Top Brass. Me hanging out with Top Brass. What's up? What's up, Dana White? So, inspiration for this podcast, Joe Rogan, Fighter and the Kid, MMA Hour, fucking all that shit. So, thanks for watching. Have a good time. Peace.